Custodians, in this video we will continue with our chapter the Industrial Revolution, and we will discuss the emergence of London as the main center where Industrial Revolution took place, and the development of transport system, the development of the financial system in England, the flourishing iron industry, and the invention of blast furnace, how it revolutionized the production of metals. So let's start. The 18th century England, it witnessed the growth of many towns in population, and out of the 19 European cities whose population doubled between 1750 and 1800, 11 cities were in Britain alone, and among these London was the largest city in England, and it was the hub of markets as well. So for global trade, London was a significant city, and by 18th century, when global trade it shifted from Mediterranean ports of Italy and France to the Atlantic ports of Holland and Britain, London became the main place for international trade by replacing Amsterdam. Earlier it was Amsterdam. This city also became a center of a triangular trade between England, Africa, and the West Indies. A well-developed transport system is also important for flourishing trade, and so is the case here in Europe. The rivers and coastlines, they facilitated the movement of goods in England. The transport by waterways was cheaper and faster than land until the introduction of the railways, and that's why the port cities, they first flourished. During 1724, the English rivers, they provided 1160 miles of navigable water, except for the mountainous regions where other areas were within the 5 miles of a river. And these rivers, they provided easy movement of coastal ships, which were known as coasters, since all rivers, they flew into the sea. And that's why major transportation of goods, it took place using waterways. The financial system of England was implemented by the Bank of England, which was founded in 1694, and by 1784 more than 100 banks were there, and by 1820s the number of banks, it rose from 100 to 600. That is within a very short time span of 36 years. 500 new banks, they were founded, and out of this, London alone had 100 provincial banks. Now we will see the iron industry. The iron and coal resources were available in plenty in London, and these iron and coal resources, they were required for mechanization. Also, London was rich in other minerals such as lead, copper, tin, which were required for industries, for rapid expanding industries. But till the 18th century, England was not having usable iron due to poor methods of smelting, and for smelting iron ore, charcoal was used, and this method had many defects, like the charcoal used was too brittle to transport across long distances, and the impurities present in the charcoal, they produced poor quality iron, and it was in short supply, and it failed to generate high temperatures. So it was a new technique which was required for producing good quality iron, and this was facilitated by the invention of the blast furnace. It was a family of iron masters, that is the Darbys of Shropshire. They brought about a revolution in the method of iron smelting by inventing the blast furnace. Their family, 3 generations of their family, of this Darby's family, they developed a method for smelting iron ore, and this came to be known as the blast furnace. The blast furnace, it used coke that generated high temperatures and replaced the old charcoal. This process was further refined by more inventions that were carried out, and the second Darby, that is 1711 to 68, they developed wrought iron which was less brittle from pig iron. And Henry Court, he developed the puddling furnace and the rolling mill which used steam power to roll purified iron into bars. And now a broader range of products could be produced using new improved quality of iron, and by 1770s John Wilkinson, he made the first iron chairs, vats and iron pipes of varied sizes, and by 1779 the Darby too, they built the first iron bridge in the world in Colebrook Dale. That's all we have in this video. In the next videos we will discuss more about this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.